Welcome to my channel. My name is Stacey Joy. I am a Christian woman who loves theology, makeup, everything feminine, 4 kids, 7 and under. It's kind of wild over here, but within all of that, we found time to hack the Bold Glam filter from TikTok. It is absolutely viral right now. So I've been working behind the scenes to create this look, and I'm excited to bring you this tutorial. Let's do it. We're gonna start by taking off one eye. Oh, this precious work is gone. So that we can recreate this, and we'll take off the lipstick too. I feel like the brows, the eyes, and the lipsticks are the most essential part of getting this look right. We can do contour and face makeup in a different video, but okay, give me a hot second, hold on. I wanna start by telling you a little bit about the makeup that I use. I'm really careful about the products that I put on my face. With other areas in life, I am not a clean freak. I am not really even a germaphobe. I have 4 kids, ain't nobody got time. But when I'm putting stuff on my skin every day, I wanna be careful because this is my largest organ and we're absorbing all those toxins and chemicals. And that's actually something my husband, Andrew, is really, he was passionate about it originally. He doesn't spend money on anything, but he was the one that came to me and was like, listen, let's invest in your makeup because I don't want you to be smearing chemicals on your face every day. 3 cheers for good men. So the makeup that I use is all unique. It is EU certified. It's free of 1,300 chemicals. They're all banned. The US only bans like 13 products, which is really, really scary. So you wanna make sure that whenever you're getting makeup, it's EU certified. It's also plant-based, it's natural-based, it's really, really clean. I have a lot of women switch over who have been using clean brands who have had breakouts and sensitive skin issues, and it's just been such a joy to help them find products that have pigmentation yet are clean. It's hard to find both. I will put everything that I use in a cart link in the description of the video so you can kind of piece through the things that are most important to you, but this is gonna be the staple, this and the lip products. So this is the palette that I put together just for this Bold Glam look, and I'm gonna be using the Brow Artist brush to do my brows. Now, typically I use a synthetic beeswax brow liner, but with this look, the brows are definitely a little bit more, I don't know, I think the word we wanna use is soft. And so I have been using this eyeshadow palette and it's absolute perfection. So I start by lining the bottom and then I go into the curve. If you struggle with brow shaping, here's kind of like a trick for you, okay? So take a pencil, a line, or whatever you're using. You can draw lines straight up here. That's gonna be from the tear duct up. That's gonna be where your brow starts. And then draw a line from the tip of your nose through your pupil. That's gonna be where your brow curves. And then your brow is gonna end, if you go from the tip of your nose through the end of your eye, that's gonna be typically where your brow ends. You'll play with it a little bit based on your bone structure and your preferences, but that's what I typically do. There's 2 ends to this brush. There's an angled end and then there's a flat end. So I'm gonna go in with the flat end and I'm gonna do the front part of my brow. Now there's a lot of different ways people do their brows, different preferences. I like having more of like a squared off end of my brow. So we're gonna just fill in. So once you get the shape down, I go in with concealer in the Bold Glam filter, and in just makeup in general right now is a lot more natural. So we're not doing like the 80s and 90s shimmer under our brow. I go in with the lightest concealer we have on our website. This is actually an anti-aging concealer. It has caffeine in it, so it reduces the bags under your eyes and brightens. I did use it today under my eyes, but I also use it underneath my brows because it is the prettiest matte highlight. So I'm going in with my cream shadow brush. This was created to use on liquid products. And I am just outlining. This is really when I start doing the shaping. You can be a little bit messy with your application and then use this to cover all your bases when you're done. Your bases. So I'm just cleaning it up, shaping, blending the concealer down so that the change in color will be covered by my eyeshadow. And sometimes I do a little bit on the top too. Okay, 2 differences that you're gonna still notice between the 2 brows. This one's a little bit more natural looking and it's softer. So there's 2 more steps that we need to use. I use Eternal, not the lash serum, the brow serum. What this does is it helps solidify where your brows are at, so it acts as a holding gel. But it also grows your lashes in length and volume. It's amazing. Your lashes, aka your brows. In length and volume, it's awesome. I've been using it for 6 weeks. I had used their lash serum for quite a while, like maybe 8 months. And so I decided to try their brow serum because I'm Susie no brows, literally like no eyebrows at all. I've had wisps for years and I have been so super happy with my results. So see how it just combs them up slightly? You get a little bit more of a feathering on the top. That's what's trending right now, just to bring you up to speed. So then as a final step, I'm gonna take my setting powder brush and go in just very, very lightly. This brush is important because it's got very lightly compacted bristles, so it's not going to push the product into your face. It just gently places it on. And so what that does is that gives it more of that softer effect that this brow already had. I do need to get them plucked, but we're gonna ignore that because I am keeping 4 kids alive and I consider that a win. So now we're gonna go into the best part, eyeshadow. We're gonna start with a shadow primer. This is gonna help prevent creasing of your shadows, and then it's also gonna help keep it on all day, because if we're creating a masterpiece on our lids, we do not want it to be gone 3 hours later. No, thank you. So here are the 4 colors that you're gonna get in your palette. So the first is a matte ivory, second is a champagne shimmer, third is kind of a caramely matte, and then the fourth is the color we used on our brows. That is a dark, like, we'll call it a dark chocolate matte. I'm gonna start with the caramel color. I'm gonna go in with my fluffy crease brush. These are great for doing your crease because it's got more loosely compact bristles, so it's going to distribute your shadow really evenly in the crease. You should not have to struggle with your crease shadow, and I feel like it's a tension point so often. Just make sure you have the right tools and it's so much easier. So we're going to do little circular motions, really focusing on the outside part of our V, and then just kind of blending and stippling, tapering that in. And I'm gonna go a little bit onto my lid, not tons, just a tiny bit. Look at how beautiful that is. It's so warm. It's such a good natural color. The great thing about this palette is you'll be able to use this for so many different occasions. You can mix and match these colors. It's literally the perfect neutral palette. Then we are going to take my deluxe brush. This one has been well loved. And I'm gonna spritz it with a little Prime Plus Set Mist to amplify my eyeshadow. And we're gonna go into the champagne shimmer. And I am going to put it right in the mid part of my eye. Look at that glow. It's so pretty. We have hundreds of shadows on the website. This has long-term been my favorite color. It's so pretty. And it can be a little bit more muted too if you're not amplifying it. So lots of different ways to wear it. Then I'm gonna take my pointer finger, middle. And I'm gonna take that matte ivory and I'm gonna just stipple it on the inside corner of my eye. And go up. And look at that highlight. It's so simple, subtle, neutral, and it kind of just pulls that whole lid situation together. We are closing in. I'm taking my Brow Artist brush, the same one that I used on my brows, and we're gonna do a shadow wing using the angled side on the outside. And don't worry if at first it's a little bit bigger than you want it to be. Don't stress out about that. There are makeup hacks for that. I'm gonna go in with the brush that I used for my concealer. At some point we'll do a full face tutorial, but that is not what today is about. And I'm gonna just use whatever's left on this to kind of shape out that wing and make it more pointed. Look at how easy that is. Simple, simple, simple. Simple hacks that make it look like we know what we're doing when we actually don't. It's great. So now I'm gonna use my eyeshadow stick in Deliberate for the inside waterline highlight. This is currently out of stock on the website, but hopefully by the time you are watching this, it has restocked because these are water resistant and they last literally all day long in your waterline. They're the best and they're matte finish. All of the things I love. Okay, let's smoke it out underneath and pull this look together. So I'm actually gonna go back into that dark brown and line just this outer area. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my liner shader brush. This has a little bit of a thicker angle to it. And I'm going into this chestnut brown and we're gonna go right underneath that and we're gonna smoke out this bottom part. Makes it look a little bit more sultry and it brings that brightness of our crease down. So stinking gorgeous. Go back into this color and then we're gonna blend the two together just using your finger. It's so super easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. It does not have to be complicated to be good. Look at that. Look at it pull together. Let's put on some falsies. The lashes that I use are Moxie Lash. If you haven't heard of these, they last up to 60 wears. They are super easy to use. They last up to 24 hours. I literally wore, not on purpose, but on accident, I wore falsies through labor and they lasted. It's amazing. So we're gonna use their liner. And I'm just using what's called an accent lash. It's a half lash, and this one's called the baby lash. I've really grown to love the baby lash because more natural lashes are in, like longer, thinner natural lashes instead of the bulk that's been over the past few years of like having extensions in. And this lash just gives you that extra oomph. It makes it look like your lashes, your natural lashes are extra long. So let me throw in my mascara and then we'll let that dry and put on the lashes. Look at how easy this is to do. I mean, it truly is magnetic. You just put it on. I mean, I use one hand. Look at that, so easy. And it adds so much. See how it opens up my eyes? Oh, that's so pretty. You know what I just realized? I never took off my lipstick. So let me take this off and show you what I did to create this lipstick look. Hold on a little while longer, hold on. Okay, 2 steps that I want you guys to do every day before you do lipstick. Lip scrub, lip mask. This is why. And usually I put it on at the beginning of my routine and let it soak. So this is a sugar lip scrub. Again, EU certified, natural-based, plant-based. So the first thing that this is gonna do every day, it's a very gentle exfoliant. So it's gonna take any nasty crusties that you have on your lips and get rid of them. So I do this at the beginning of every makeup routine. I go live on Facebook Monday through Saturday. And so if you want to see more in-depth tutorials, I'm over there. My name is Stacey Joy on there. This has castor oil in it, and that's going to make your lips soft, and it's going to give them a very natural plump, which is amazing. Then we're going to use the lip mask. This comes in a clear and a red. I will link them both in the description. This has olive oil in it. It has coconut oil, and it has squalane oil. Squalane oil is in a couple of my foundations. It's in a bunch of my skincare products. It slows down the water loss in your skin. We get fine lines and wrinkles in our skin because we're losing moisture. And so anything that we can do to slow down the process, bring it on. So what I like to do is I like to put that on at the very beginning of my routine and at night. But if I put it on at the beginning of my makeup routine, by the time I get to my lips, it's soaked in and it is just, oh my gosh, they're so luscious. So for the sake of this tutorial, we'll pretend that it's soaked in, and we're gonna go in and do the lips from the Bold Glam filter. So I am gonna use lip liner in the color Patience. And we're gonna do an overline. In that filter, you have to remember, okay, that it kind of changes your bone structure. So barring extra lip fillers and face fillers, we're working with what the good Lord has given us, okay? So to make your lips look bigger, we're gonna do like a little bit of an overline. Sometimes I'll do a half overline. Hold on. I'm trying to talk while I do my lips and it's not working. Okay, so lip liner is gonna help prevent your lipstick from bleeding out into the rest of your face and feathering. It keeps it really solid all day. Then I'm gonna use matte lipstick in the color Easy Street. This is from my matte creamy line. This color is so stinking gorgeous. This is my go-to in the summer, okay? And then I'm going back into that same concealer that we've already used and doing an ombre. This adds so much to your lipstick. And there, my friends, is the recreation of the Bold Glam filter. I would love to hear your thoughts below. Give me any questions that you have. I will come back and answer them. I've also put a quick reel tutorial on Instagram and TikTok. If you guys want to peek at it like in more of a quick tutorial format, I actually did it step by step. So go to the description. I will have everything linked there, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Bye.